Hello tribe, my name is Walubengo. Allow me to distract your day just for a few seconds so that you can build an extra block towards your destiny. Now, today I want to talk about one product, 1,000 ways. There's a famous poet who wrote, I don't want a person who can love me in 1,000 ways. I want someone who can love me in one way, but 1,000 methods. Now, it is the same also with marketing strategies and building your brand. Anything that you do, the one problem that is affecting Africa is that you'll find people cannot do the same thing for 10 years. When you go to other continents, or even when you check people like Indians, you'll find that an Indian has done one business for the last 30 years. And these people have built mastery, they have built relationships, and they have also built a domain. What is a domain? That, for example, if you want soap in this country, the first brand you'll think of, there's a name that will come. If you want credit, there's a name that will come. So it's always important to build a domain. Now, most young people are doing, you find someone doing maybe photography for 2 years. After that, the next year they're doing graphics. After that, the next year they have gone into insurance. After that, the next year they have gone into agriculture. So you don't have time to build a domain. You don't have time to build a relationship. At the same time, you'll find someone, if they have built a hotel, next to the place they have built something else that is totally different from a hotel. But look at this strategy. The person who came with the strategy of building malls, actually the strategy came from Britain. And this is a guy who sat down, he had built a hotel. And when he had built a hotel, one day he had sat outside the hotel. And when he was sitting outside, it was around 10 a.m. And he saw the people who had taken breakfast from his company crossing over to a supermarket to go and buy toothpick. After that, they crossed over to another place just to go and buy face towels. Then they crossed over to another place just to go and buy something different. And he said, what if in my hotel I can have toothpicks? What if in my hotel I can have all these, a tomato sauce? What if in my hotel I can add this? And then later on again, another day he was sitting outside the hotel. He saw a certain group of people. They were tourists. They had come to eat at his hotel. Then after eating at his hotel, they went to buy other products in another place. And so this guy came up with a strategy. I want to build a business where if you come, you can find everything in one building. Now that's the strategy of one product, 1,000 ways. Now let me come down to our level. You're a young person who is a photographer. If you want to be effective, what should you do? The next thing you should be thinking is building a studio. After building a studio, building a photography academy. After building a photography academy, doing photography events. After doing photography events, you should be thinking of how you can create animated photography products. After that, you should be thinking of how you can create an app for photography. So you're building one product, but in different 1,000 ways. That's how we can be effective. I am a public speaker. I have a company that does public speaking training. I Speak Society, which is an NGO. I'm writing books on public speaking. I'm doing content on public speaking. I meet people to talk about public speaking. So what is happening is that I'm exhausting the industry. In the next 10 or 15 years, by God's grace, we are hoping that by that time, maybe I'll have built a domain in Kenya and also Africa. Why? Because I focused on one product, 1,000 methods. That is one of the things we need to do. If you're a young person, don't give up on what you're doing. But beyond that, ask yourself, what else is remaining in this industry? Someone said, you see from where you stand. Learn to go upwards and see further and see higher. Let us not be contented. You're earning a salary of 50K, 100K. Yes, that's good. But let's ask ourselves, is there anything further that you can build? That's the difference between we Africans and people from other continents. When they come to Kenya, they don't build one product. They build a chain. They build a chain. You'll find that there's a manufacturing industry that is, producing the uniforms. Someone else is selling those uniforms. Someone else is doing adverts for those uniforms. Someone else is doing tenders for those uniforms. It's one family doing something called a large chain. Let me ask you something. In your family, how many people are you? You're more than 10 people. You'll find that people are still jobless. Why? No one is thinking about the chain. We are thinking about the spoon. You're not thinking about the kitchen. I pray that today you listen to this video and we will build upwards. Thank you so much for listening to me and allowing me to distract your day. If you need better strategies on how you can build your company upwards, you can reach out to us on the contacts below. Thank you.